Hello and welcome to Mako Tarot. If you are new around here, if you are returning, welcome back. I wanted to take a moment to answer some of the viewers' questions. I saw a couple people that had requests for more information about some readings that I did on Meg the Stallion, Chrisean, and Tiana Taylor. Now, some of the messages are not there, so I don't know what happened to that person. So I don't quite remember exactly what they asked or who they were asking for. So if it is you that removed the questions, if you put them back, or if you decide to somehow rewatch this video or watch this video, when you put the questions in, I'll answer. I know that it's probably been about a week or two. I get really busy, unfortunately. Well, I guess fortunately and unfortunately. So it kind of pushes me away from doing videos. But I'll come back. So if you choose to leave them, then I'll do my best to answer questions. And maybe we'll start this as a segment where if you have questions that are put in under my videos, then I'll compile a few of them and then I'll come in and then answer the questions all at once. So the questions that we're going to be working on today is Chrisean Rock. Someone put under there, she's dealing with someone called Hood. I'm reading my writing. Hood Trophy Bino. I don't know who it is and I didn't want to look it up. So we'll do a reading on that. And then somebody else asked some questions about Lil Baby and his career. And I will answer some of those questions also in this reading, even though I didn't do an initial reading on him. So if there are other celebrities or situations that you want some insight in, not to say I know that everything, I just go where spirit leads me, but if I can provide some insight, then please leave questions underneath the videos and I will do my best to answer them. All right, so let's get some information on Chrisean Rock and this Hood Trophy guy. I think that's what they said, Hood Trophy Bino. What is going on with her current relationship or with this person? Oh, someone's come out already. Ooh, what is going on with her and this person? King of Wands is out. Okay, what is going on with Chrisean Rock? And I'm gonna just say Hood Trophy. It makes it a little easier. And Hood Trophy, what is going on with Hard Rock? I'm gonna get it right. I'm just calling all kind of names today. What is going on with Chrisean Rock and Hood Trophy? What's going on with her in this relationship? All right. Keep going. Yeah, I can already see there's something going on. Ooh. Whoa, at the bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse that talks about bad luck. Yeah. Let me see the picture here, because I'm already seeing there's something going on financially that's not good. Okay, so there's definitely a lot of situations going on where there's a lot of overspending is what I'm seeing, and it's creating a situation with money. Now I am seeing some cards that indicate there's leadership, there's public recognition, there's this hope, and I feel like this is maybe her energy toward him, that maybe he has more notoriety or attention than she does. And if you watched my initial video, you can probably recall when I said that she is looking for a way. She's looking for a way out. She's looking for ways to hustle and make money again. And I think that her thought pattern is that I need some sense of notoriety. I need something to be going on that's like sensationalized, that will get people's attention again. And I understand that, because that's how she kind of rose to power, if you will, with Blueface. You know, they were having their relationship after, you know, she was on the show initially. Then you get the spinoff and you get the money for this and that. And so acting wild, being drunk, being toxic, you know, all of those things that she was doing, the more you do that, the more views you get. Because a lot of people don't understand that when a person posts something that is, I guess, disturbing or something that they don't like, the person who is the creator is gonna make money either way. So whether you post something negative under the video or if you post something positive under the video, they're still getting, if you will, credit for the video. So the more notorious that they are in the videos and the more people are complaining and, oh, this is that and this and that, they're still making money. So it's kind of like if I show up and whatever it is I choose to do, whether she's in her church mode or whether she's in her wilding out mode, either way, she's making money. Okay. So I think that's been her training, if you will. And I feel like with this guy, whoever he is, I'm not familiar with him, I'm just being honest, but whoever he is, she feels like he is either on an upward trajectory of becoming a hot thing, or he is a hot thing. And so she feels like maybe he's come into her life in a way that will get her more attention and kind of lead her maybe in a better direction. So there's that. There's definitely a lot of overindulging going on with her right now. And like I said, this could be overindulging in drinking alcohol and drugs or food, or just overindulging and spending a lot of stuff. Like I read in the other one, I keep getting manipulation and deceitful energy here. Now, I don't know if this is the energy of the Hood Trophy guy, but I keep feeling like with so many money cards out here in reverse, I really feel like it's an energy of feeling like someone is taking money from me. Someone is stealing money from me. And I'm trying to figure out who. And so she's looking to, okay, it's the feeling that she's looking to link up with someone who can kind of be a leader and help her. Like, I assume when Blueface was out, she liked to feel like he was taking care of her. And that kind of makes sense because, you know, I hate to say it, but a lot of times when women grow up fast or they haven't really had a father figure, oftentimes the men that they date, they look to them to be like a father figure. And so I think she feels like she's getting very strong, headstrong, very decisive types of people in her life. And she wants them to take care of her almost like she's a baby. But she realizes she has to pull her own weight, if you will. So she's willing to, do controversial things or whatever she has to do to hustle up some money. But there's this desire for covering, if that makes sense. She wants someone to be more ahead of her so that she can kind of learn from them. And then they're kind of like a father figure, daddy, if you will. Someone that's going to teach her the ropes and be a guide for her. But somewhere in here, there's some deception. Yeah. And she's struggling behind or between this not wanting to kind of like collapse from the pressure of having to do it all. I mentioned that in my last video as well. There's a lot of everything is falling on me and I'm exhausted and I just want someone to help me. I want someone to be a leader to me. Okay. But there is a lot of reckless energy in spending. There's the spiritual message. There is the Emperor in reverse. Someone is being sort of controlling. Now, this could very well be her being very controlling toward him. And so what she doesn't see coming is the Death card. And that very well could be the end of that situation and maybe a new beginning. So I feel like that's her energy. Now let's take a look specifically on this guy. Again, I don't know who he is exactly, but let's just see what his energy is toward her. And then we'll move on. Quick shuffle. All right, so I feel like I need a sage. All right. So what is his energy? I was saying, what is his energy toward her? And what I was hearing is go home. Okay. I don't know if they were living together or something, but it was something about go home. I don't know if he told her to go home or something, but that came out. Yeah. See, already it's popping out. You have the Two of Cups, which is often like a cup, sort of like the Lovers, and it's in reverse. So there's definitely a breakup. What else? What's going on here? I'm hearing pulling too much weight. Maybe he's realized that she wants him to literally kind of take care of her. What is going on here? Yeah, he's tired of it. Yeah. Most of his cards are in reverse. And the one that isn't is the Four of Cups, which is kind of my over it card, you know. And this person is like tired of it. He's tired of it. He's tired of the fussing and fighting. He's tired of being frustrated. He's tired of being confused. I feel like she's too much. Like, it's not that he doesn't like her as a person. I just feel like you know how people say you doing too much. No, you doing too much. It's that. And I think that it has to deal with her probably trying to control him. You know, where are you going? I want to go. Who you talking to? You know, and just creating drama where there probably isn't any. I'm feeling, and this is just me intuitively, it feels like he has more of a kind of laid back energy where he ain't really with all the drama and all the stuff. He just trying to make his money, have money and have a little bit of fun, you know? And I feel like she's like so attention starved and love starved that she is just like, you know, it's too much too soon. And it's almost like, chick, I mean, we ain't that serious, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to be fair with you, I'm trying to love on you, I'm trying to chill with you and stuff, but the way you know, it's always something and you unhappy and, you know, but you want more, you know, and I feel like I can't give you any more than I'm giving you, you know? Yeah, that's the love. Let's see. Tell me more about this Ace of Cups. I think he's somewhat intuitive too. He kind of knows that this ain't it. Yeah, I think he's going against what what she wants. We got the Hangman in reverse, and you see the words where it says feeling trapped. Yeah, just like I said. Now we do have Wheel of Fortune with the good luck, and I feel like that's his good karma. I don't feel like he's a bad dude per se, and I think she knows that. But it's like, I also feel like too, there's this feeling within him that's like, do I really want to get involved for the long haul? And let's say I know that Blueface is incarcerated now. How long and all those details I don't really know, but I feel like he knows, and that trickery card is back out. He knows that he's gonna eventually get out, and I don't know if there's a feeling of like, is she trying to, yeah, some of these same cards coming out. Okay, King of Wands back out, the Visionary. But I don't know if he feels like, let me see, how can I put it into words? It's like, I like you, I like chilling with you, right? We're having a good time. I feel like she's pushing up on him, like, you know, I want more, no matter what they're doing. I want more, and it's getting to be a little annoying. I think somewhere his hesitancy is coming in. What happens when this dude Blueface get out? Because one, I don't want no drama. Two, you know what I'm saying, I got better things to do. I'm trying to make my money. I'm not up for the drama to get you high ratings and higher views. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not up for it. Because, you know, and I don't know why I want to say it, but like, people are losing their life about this stuff, and it's not even worth it now. Why I want to say that, I don't know. Because that's pretty serious. But his thing is, you know, I'm not with it. So there's a level of, I think, him feeling like, what's the play? You know, like he chilling with her and he thinks she's pretty cool and everything's, you know, okay to a certain extent. But she's doing a lot. And I don't feel like he trusts her that much. I think he's used to kind of being alone, and he's not with that. Now I feel like there's a level of him trying to grow and trying to, you know, leave old ways behind and stuff, but he's really not with the status quo. And I feel like he's going against what she wants him to do, which is to, you know, I guess be head over heels in love and do whatever she can for him, or he can for her, and he's not with it. Let's see if we can get some outcomes here. What's the outcome here for this duo? I don't know. See, we have the King and Queen of Cups, which could, in a sense, indicate a relationship. They both have feelings, but we back to the same thing. It's something going on with the money now. I'm sorry. Every money card keeps coming in reverse, and that's not indicating stability to me, right? So every money card keeps coming in reverse, and this collapse card keeps coming out. Somebody's doing too much. Somebody's overwhelmed, and they're on the borderline of really spiraling. I think that there's feelings between the two of them. I think he genuinely cares for her as a person, but I feel like he's gonna be like, this is just too much of a risk for me. This is too much. And I just don't feel like I'm invested enough to like make some type of serious commitment to this person, because she's so erratic and her life is so erratic. And so right now, even if things are going well, what happens when Blueface gets out? What happens when you make some, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, are you using me? It's kind of a person being in a symbolic like side eye. If that makes sense. He's kind of like in a side eye situation where he's like, you know, I really don't know if I should trust this person. I mean, I feel like on one end, I'm going to say that church girl part of her can be kind, can be sweet, can be caring, could be loving, could be all these things. And then there's this other side that likes to party and get drunk and be wild and hang out and do stuff with people and go, you know. And it's just like, I don't know if I really want to be serious with that. So there's something going on here where there is some type of feeling involved. But I just feel like he's seeing her erratic nature and how she is with money and the overspending and things like that. And he's being very watchful. But I feel like it just feels like it's too risky to put his feelings out there and commit to somebody like her in the situations that she's in. Okay. So that is my take on Chrisean and the Hood Trophy Bino, I guess. Let's move into Lil Baby. What can you tell us about Lil Baby and his career? What's going on, Lil Baby, and his career? I feel like his career is fine. That's the gut feeling. Oop. That was a lot of cards. I feel like his career is fine. I'm hearing like it's the internal that's the issue. It's the internal inside of him that's the issue. But I feel like his career is fine. What else? Okay, I'm here. Love life in the toilet. Okay. Okay. Let's get them all out. Three of Cups is in the center. Could be involved. It's not in reverse, but I'm feeling like he could be involved in some type of three-way situation. The Devil card is right there, and as soon as I said that, we had the Three of Swords come out as well. Bottom of the deck, the Fool, New Beginnings. Okay. I feel like there's something going on with friends now. It could be that he's partying a lot more lately. But I also feel like this might be more so a situation where there were three people involved. Someone asked a question about Jada as well. And I feel like if Jada's in the picture, she was a part of more than one. It was more than one person in the picture, if that makes sense. And I feel like this led to a level of heartbreak. Now, like I said, with his job, he has what came out first was the Eight of Pentacles. This is mastering your skills. I think that he's realized I can make money so easy as a rapper. This comes to me easy. I flew up the ranks or whatever, and I don't have to, do the street activities and stuff because, I perform. And so I do feel like he's continuing to perform. He's doing really well. He's honing his craft. He's a very quick thinker, which helps him as a rapper. But I think when I heard about the internal is the problem, there's the devil. And I feel like this is like trying to overcome issues that are probably plaguing him, like the dark shadow side of a person that we probably have no clue about. Whatever those issues are, it could have been, and I don't think he did, but I'm gonna say drug use or depression, anxiety, could be trauma because of the post-traumatic trauma, because of the stuff he's experienced on the street. But there are issues that are internal that are affecting him, and I think he's in question mode about who am I, who are the people that surround me, from the people I date to the friends that I have, and being willing to like do that internal work to overcome those situations. I feel like I'm feeling a little bit like the people around him, he's known them most of his life, so most of them are good and they're straight, but it's like some people he has questions about. And I think the issues that he has with the people around him, whether it's women, whether it's baby mama, whether it's friends or new friends, I think he's just like in this space of like, who do I trust? And I think it affects him a lot. I'm getting like this energy of he's very emotional. Now, he doesn't really show it that way, but I feel like he's an emotional. I wouldn't doubt he's kind of like a Cancer. I don't know when his birthday is, but I feel like he would be like a Cancer energy where, he's a man, don't get me wrong, but it's like his loyalty is really, really strong. And when you do stuff that makes him question, maybe not break up and not be friends or in his life anymore, but when you do things to make me question your loyalty, it hurts him to the core. And I think he's struggling with some of that. And so that might be where the Three of Cups is coming from too, whereas people around him, I feel like from family, friends, lovers, girlfriends, baby mamas, he's questioning their loyalty to him. I feel like he does have a temper, and that at times when he feels that he's being betrayed or he feels like he has to doubt you, that's when you get that side that you wish you didn't see. So I think that he's doing some work. He's been in isolation. He's been taking time alone to try to find himself and to try to heal the things that have been hurt in his life. Again, this has nothing to do with money. He even has the Chariot, travel, success, money, all that is good in that aspect. He's just looking for truth and he's looking for strength. He's trying to, I feel, get in touch with a higher power to really get some understanding on what do I do, how do I handle these things. The Page of Pentacles is here in reverse, and that is the spiritual message. That is the thing that tells me there are parts of him that no matter how much he's achieving, he feels like it's not enough. There's a deep level of maybe not being good enough, and it's irrational to most people who know him and see him and all this kind of stuff, but he really struggles with feeling like he's an overachiever. It's like he's a perfectionist, and so no matter how well he does, it's not enough. It's kind of like how Michael Jackson did the what was it, Mary, what was that thing, he did the Thriller or something, I can't remember, Billie Jean something, where he did an outstanding performance and everybody was going crazy like, this dude is on his tiptoes and da 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 da, and he was just like, it was all right, I really needed to do da da da, I could have did da da da, and it's just like, it's never enough, and that makes him powerful in his craft. Not only Michael Jackson, but Lil Baby, it makes him powerful in his craft because he's always trying to get better. He's always trying to work on it more. He wants to be better. And not even just about the money. I mean, it's about the money, don't get me wrong. But it's not just about the money. It's about, I want to be one of the greats. I want to be the best at it. I want people to be like, yeah, he got it. And I feel like he did that with everything. Even when he was on the streets doing stuff, I think his thing was, I got to be smart. I got to be better than. I got to not make mistakes that other people made. I feel like that's just his energy. And so he's definitely on the up with his career. He's definitely working on being even better. But the thing is, there's a lot of internal stuff going on. Let's see. I'm going to pull my shadow work. Yeah, and what he doesn't see coming is a little bit more of the Page of Cups in reverse, which is this insecurity that he has. This insecurity in himself. What is Lil Baby dealing with? This is my shadow work deck. All of my decks can be found on Etsy, and I'll leave a link in the description box. What is something Lil Baby is dealing with? What's part of his shadow? What is he working on? Last one. Oh, see? This is what I mean. He feels he's undisciplined. And it's crazy because he's very disciplined. He's very extremely disciplined. And then I said also, which is on the bottom of the deck, aggressive. Remember I told you there's a part of him that people don't see with this Knight of Swords in reverse. There's a part of him that people don't see, that when he feels like, I can't trust you even a little bit. Like if you do something, it's the feeling kind of like, if you told him, let's say you're dating him, and you told him, you know, I'm going to go to the grocery store and pick up some things and I'll be back in 30 minutes. And it may not be this extreme, but this is an example. I'll be back in 30 minutes. Well, if it takes you an hour and maybe it was traffic, it was a line at the store, it was a lot of stuff going on. When you come back, where were you? Really? You know, and it's like an attitude until he kind of works himself out of it. And of course, people are like, what you mean? You know, or whatever. Now, I'm not saying he does it specifically for the grocery store, but that's the energy. It's like, I don't really know who to trust, and I'm trying to trust. So when you give me any inkling to not trust you, now I'm pondering, I'm questioning. I might stay with you. I might still deal with you, but I'm like in this side eye energy. Just like I said with Hood Trophy, it's kind of like being in a side eye energy, like inside. You're trying, oh, it's fine. It's fine. But in your mind, you're like, mental note, you know, that kind of thing. So he feels undisciplined. So I guess he wants everybody else to be just as disciplined as him. All right, let's see what's coming up for his love life specifically. Looks like career is fine. You know, making money is fine. Let's do my twin flame deck with him and Jada. We'll see if it's somebody else involved or not. But let's see what's up with him specifically with Jada. I'm hearing in my head, I love her. I definitely think there's love between them. And I know they're co-parents. So, you know, there's a relationship there. What is the relationship between Lil Baby and Jada? What's going on with Lil Baby and Jada? What's going on with Lil Baby and Jada? Stubborn energy. Ooh. What came out? I haven't been honest with you. All right, let's see. What else? I feel like I haven't been honest with you about how I feel still, like wanting to be with you, but also some dirt that I've done that I know would probably keep us from really reconciling if it comes out. It's like a twofold thing. And this is, I post on social media so you can see it. This could be him or her. You know, if any one of them have been posting stuff like, I'm at a party, I'm having fun, look at me, I'm looking so cute, or even, you know, posting with someone else possibly, you know, it's kind of being done so we can make the other person kind of jealous low-key, whether they admit to it or not. Anything else? What else? I thought they were better than you. I was tricked. Wow. All right. Sex with you drives me wild. So there seems to be like a serious sexual and love connection between these two. I don't feel like necessarily it's over. It may be over for now because of course, I don't know what he might have done to cause the breakup. It could have been cheating because we had that 3 of Cups. However, it's like this energy of like, I haven't been totally honest because maybe there's still residual feelings, and I kind of think about what if we got back together, but then I'm trying to save face because I feel like you might say no. So it's some of that posting on social media so that you can see it, in a sense to one, stay front of mind, but 2, to be like, I'm doing great, I'm doing fine without you, everything's good, it's not a problem, you know, that kind of energy. And I thought they were better than you, I was tricked. So there's a level of someone breaking it off and feeling like there's potentially people out here that, you know, you ain't the only person in the world. You know, it's kind of that energy, only to come back and be like, yeah, they ain't really measuring up. At least I haven't found someone yet that's really measuring up to you. All right, what's an outgoing message for these people, these folks? Ooh, you want to come out? Forgiveness. Forgive yourself or another will help you move forward. Okay. So something definitely, I'm going to pull one more. Something definitely happened. See, I don't know if he's on something. I don't know what the addiction could be, but this was in the other part of the reading and it keeps coming out. So there's something going on. I don't know. Addicted to unhealthy people and addicted to a substance. I don't know. But addiction definitely keeps coming out. But this one came out as far as a relationship support. And it talks about lean on your inner circle during this time. So, I don't know. I feel like she's a part of his inner circle because I feel like, honestly, out of the women that he might have dealt with and he's dealing with, I feel like he has the most love and trust in her. Not to say he puts anything past her per se, but he does have the most trust in her. And I feel like overall they're friends. He definitely cares for her. He takes care of the child. And I feel like even with the baby mamas, he's probably a little bit more closer to her than, I think he has other baby mamas. The other baby mamas, he's not as close. He's close to her. So there's a deep love that's there. It's just a lot of water under the bridge. Things were said, things were done, and it's kind of like, how do we find our way back from that? And I don't know if it's something maybe she did, or it was something that he possibly did, or they did to each other or said to each other. I don't know. I just feel like there's like this what's the way to say it, like forlorn type of energy where you miss the person and you miss their energy. And I think they're trying to rebuild maybe their friendship, because they do have a friendship, but I do feel like there's a lot more feelings there, and there's a holding back of the feelings because no one wants to be the fool. No one wants to look like a fool either. So I think that's their energy, and I hope that was helpful. I don't know why this addiction keeps coming up, but yeah. So I think I'm going to leave that here. I hope that information was helpful. If you have any other questions about any other celebrities, please be sure to leave them under the video. And I do appreciate your commenting, your likes, and definitely your subscriptions. And until we meet again, remember, it always gets better. Always. Bye.